Hey, John here. So here's a Guitar Gym Pentatonic tapping sequence workout. Basically what we're going to do here is that we're going to take the minor pentatonic, two note string shapes, but with an added note. I'm going to go through a tapping sequence in each of the 5 shapes, moving them chromatically all the way up the neck. So this will teach you 2 things. It will get you way better at tapping, but it will also make you see these shapes in a completely different way because you're sort of extending each of these pentatonic boxes. So in the tabs provided, you will see you have a diagram on top where I call it the A minor pentatonic tapping shape number 1, and that's just to reflect that it's not only the first position, but it's basically a combination of the first and second position, but I call it the tapping shape because that's what we're gonna use in this case. So with all that said, the sequence goes like this. We're gonna start. I'm gonna show this in A minor, by the way, and everything is written out in A minor because it's a very accessible key. But like I said, you want to take each of these shapes, start at the lowest available position, the F in this case, and go all the way up until you run out of frets. Because doing that in each position will get you enough reps, and also it's way less boring than just repeating it in one position. Plus, doing it this way will make you see the shapes way better because you won't be referring to everything in terms of where the dots are, because when you move things chromatically, the dots will move as well. Well, the dots won't move, but in terms of the shapes, you won't be able to rely on them. So you will have to develop a different way of viewing these shapes, and that's the benefit of moving things like this chromatically. So you're basically doing everything in every key. Now, if you want to do the sort of quick workout, I would do each shape just all the way up. But if you want to do the big workout, you would go all the way up and then all the way back. And you really want to focus on the accuracy and the timing here. So I've provided the backing tracks with a metronome, with a subdivision, so 16th notes in this case, and I want you to really try to match the subdivision with your tapping here, because it's not that straightforward, because the tapping pattern, as you're gonna see, is different going from low to high and going from high to low. But enough talking, I'm just gonna show you the basic pattern now. So we start here on the 5th fret, so we gotta go, so basically the left hand will have the normal day 1 position of of the pentatonic boxes. And if you don't know this one, you probably shouldn't even worry about tapping or anything else. You should just go learn that position. But hopefully you know it, or at least check it out in the tabs. So that's the left hand, so that should be fairly straightforward. And we're gonna tap on 10, 10, 10, and then 9, 10, 10. So fairly straightforward here as well. And the shape going up is gonna be like this. So if we finger the notes from left to right, 1, 2, 3, we're gonna go 3, 1, 2, and we'll repeat that on the next string, and the next string, and the next string. And as you can see here, it's gonna be trickier rhythmically than you might think, but that's good because you don't want to get used to just going through a certain pattern where you change strings in line with the subdivision, meaning that if you play 16th notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that you change on, every 4 notes, because that's way too predictable, and it's not going to be, it's not going to serve you well when you want to improvise and come up with different things. So in this case, you're kind of forced out of that. So that's why I think this is a really good workout, and also a really cool sounding lick as well. So anyway, we have 3 notes on each string. Right, so we do that in 16th notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on the way back, so we go this far. And then from here, the easiest way to visualize this is to see it from this note when we have already played this. So we're gonna go. So now we get this hammer on from nowhere, which is basically, I think the name comes from Greg Howe. That's the first time I saw it anyway. So it doesn't really matter. It just means that you're basically tapping with your left hand instead of, you know, hitting it with a pick or whatever. So this is a 4-note pattern, but rhythmically we're gonna come up, that was my dog, rhythmically we're gonna come up like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna start on the upbeat here. So basically 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then we're gonna end up on the beat here. And I'm talking about the beats here because it's very important to be aware of the downbeat the whole time, and that you can decide on how you want to phrase a certain lick, right? In terms of 16th notes, you shouldn't have to rely on having sequences like, let's say we take this sequence and you start on this sequence, which you can do, of course, but if you do this and you start on the beat, it's very predictable. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Whereas in this case, is we're coming from the basically 3 notes per string. This note will be a bit less predictable, but it's still predictable because the start of this sequence will always be on the upbeat. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. All right, so this is the way you're gonna play it. You pick the first shape, and you do that starting at the lowest available position. I'm not gonna do that now because I'm out of view in the camera. So I'm going to start it on the 5th fret, and then I'm going to go up like this. And then I'm actually pausing here, so I'm ending here on the 3rd beat, and then I go up 1 fret. So go up another fret and do it again all the way up until you get to, you know, whatever the last fret will be for you. And like I said, if you want to do the full workout, you go back again as well. If you just want to do like a warm-up, or, you know, just spend less time on it, it's totally fine to just go up, and then you go back here and you change to the 2nd shape, do the same thing chromatically up again. However, you want to really focus on accuracy here. So while you could sit there and be like, that's not going to help you. So you want to be really focused on relaxation and clean execution. And as you can see here, I don't have any sort of damper. And if you use a damper, shame on you. No, I'm just kidding. But you don't really need it. And I think you should practice without one anyway, because if you put on a damper later on, that's going to be way, way, way easier then. But you really don't need a damper. And if you have a damper on, you can't really use open strings whenever you want either. So I wouldn't suggest getting used to that. Just learn how to mute properly anyway. There's definitely nothing holding you back from doing that. It's just practice. All right, so with that said, you just want to focus on really good tone. Each note should sound really good. The speed will definitely come by doing this correctly and in time, more importantly, because this tapping thing is really, really based on the timing, because you don't have the synchronization aspect as you have with alternate picking, for example. But the timing here is like playing a piano. So really focus on getting the timing correct. If you want the tabs, you have to sign up for this thing on Patreon, but I think you got the idea anyway if you don't want to do that. But this is the type of stuff that I post regularly on my Patreon, as well as on the standalone course thing on my Teachable. So wherever you want to sign up, if you're interested in this stuff and you like this approach, I highly suggest that you check that out. If you have any questions at all, just post them below. I'm really here to help. So whether you sign up or not, I appreciate you for watching this. And if you can give a thumbs up and all that stuff, that will be really helpful as well. So good luck with this thing, and see you in the next video.